Let's try this one more time. What's up, everybody, and welcome to Studio de Jefre, a.k.a. Mi Casa. Welcome to the guest bedroom. We have a little bit of Cowboys news today, and the Cowboys news today is that Tank Lawrence ain't going anywhere. Let me get the exact wording on this because it came from Ed Werder's Twitter account, which means it came from Jerry Jones texting Ed Werder probably. Player updates from a Cowboys source. Quote, DeMarcus Lawrence isn't going anywhere. Team's still working on Amari Cooper options while hoping a new contract for Michael Gallup is soon finished. Those are your three Cowboy nuggets of the day. Thanks to whoever super chatted. Was it Mazith? Thanks to whoever super chatted on my 10-second video where I accidentally hit go live without changing the title. That was a nice move by you. But hey, everyone, it's good news that Tank ain't going anywhere. And if you're out there right now and you think that the Cowboys offseason is an absolute train wreck, at least enjoy this one, okay? Can I ask that of you? Just at least enjoy this one. Just this one. Jeffrey's streaming to Twitch also. I'm in the office and not supposed to be on the phone. I'm sorry. This one, I was just firing up quick just to get it knocked out. So I'm just on YouTube right now. And I appreciate everybody on there who's a member, everybody who super chats, everybody who watches, everybody who does all those different things. Thank you so much. You did not lock up on the last one, Mazith. I saw your contribution. I appreciate you. You didn't lock up. Am I going to be at the fan event? Probably not, but we'll see. What day is it? It's not tomorrow, is it? Tomorrow's St. Patty's Day parade. Formula's in the building! Swinging through to say you're awesome and please do a mock draft with Devin Lloyd. Well, I can't control if he's going to be there or not. Tank staying is depressing. Why Cowboy fans hate results but keep wanting to keep the producers of those results is baffling. Man, Tank Lawrence is really good. He's really good. If he wasn't here, he'd be somewhere else making $20 million a year. So, I haven't watched Batman. Is it worth the 3 hours? Thanks. Don't spoil it for me. I would say it was pretty good. I enjoyed it. It could have been shorter. They didn't need all those. They didn't necessarily need all 3 hours for what they were doing. I miss your Musk. I get it. Formula, you're forgiven, brother. Tank Lawrence is really good. Tank Lawrence being on your football team is a good thing, especially considering he was the one potential cap casualty where it absolutely made no sense. None. Like, let me ask you this. Is Tank Lawrence a Danny Savage, 20 million edge run stuffer, LOL? Okay, all right, okay. Is he worth $10 million? Forget 20. Is he worth 10? Because if he's worth 10, there ain't no reason to cut him. Because you were only going to save 8 and you were going to eat 19. Tank's good. And Tank's the only good one available. Oh, DeMarcus, hold on, let me look this up real quick. I think we're really pretending that DeMarcus Lawrence misses a lot more games than he does. Please hold. You're going to make me look stuff up. Tank Lawrence, before last year, where he missed 9 games, played in 16. What? Tank plays! Yes, Formula did beat you, Kilgore. So yeah, be happy. Tank, I can't even with y'all. I can't, man. I can't. Like, Tank Lawrence isn't very good and I don't want him. Like, if that's a take, I can't. I just can't. I don't know what to do with you. I don't know what to do with you people. Just insanity left and right. Tank's good. You score a lot more. The other teams get less yards per play, score less points per play. You cause more turnovers per play. All these different things when Tank Lawrence is on the field, and y'all going to pretend he's not good. Jeff, slide into Alexandra Davis DMs and become radio guy turned Cowboys. Oh, is that the alleged daughter lady person? I mean, she was born in 96. Cowboys hadn't won a Super Bowl since 95. That's all I'm saying. Thomas, finally caught your show live so I can donate monies. Yeah, I was just swinging through to, I thought, have a celebration about the fact that they weren't going to do something stupid and get rid of Tank. And now it turns out that there's like 2 people that think that he's not as good as the rest of the world does. Tank's super good. Super good. My opinion, some of these players will fall. Derek Stingley, George Karlaftis, Tyler Linderbaum will be there in 24. Who do you pick? Of those three names, that's a good name combination to throw out there. I really like Tyler Linderbaum. He does have T-Rex arms, and he is a little bit short and a little bit light, but his tape is phenomenal. Karlaftis plays an incredibly valuable position on the edge, and he's one of the probably only 6 names that I would want at 24 that plays edge, so that's in strong consideration. Stingley is probably the best prospect of the group, but you got to have all these questions about availability and injuries and all that. Stingley, Karlaftis, Linderbaum. Would I take my chance with Stingley? I might take my chance with Stingley. Good news is at least one of them isn't going to be there. I think Stingley will be gone. Give me Stingley. Let's swing for the fences. Why the hell not? What loss would hurt more, Coop or Lawrence? Good question. If I could only keep one of the two, given where they are contractually, I would keep Tank. That's why I'm glad they're doing it the way that they're doing it. If you're going to trade one of them, you trade the one that's going to save you more money that you have a better chance to replace. For instance, let me see if I can do this real quick. My face is about to go away, okay? I'm going to do this. Pow! Okay, this is my draft board. And as you can tell, I don't do a lot of editing and fancy work, okay? But this is my draft board. And I'm not done yet watching all these guys, of course. But if the names start at the very top, like where you see Edge and it's Hutchinson and Thibodeau and Trayvon Walker, if the names start at the very top, then those are real-life first-round grades. If there's a space before the names start, then it's the 1-2 cheater grades, like wide receivers on the far left. So those wide receivers, cheater grades, first, second round, Garrett Wilson at Ohio State, Treylon Burks, Jameson Williams, Drake London at USC, Sky Moore, Chris Olave, and then into the second round, George Pickens at Georgia, John Mechie, Jahan Dotson, Jalen Tolbert. Like there's a whole bunch of dudes that can step in and be a starting NFL wide receiver. Real life number one? No, not real life number one. But you would have a chance to replace Amari Cooper's production with quite a few of those names, at least specifically last year's 900 and something yards of production. And none of them will have a chronically bad foot or a knee or a hamstring or an ankle or whatever. And then those edge guys, there's a good chance all 6 of those top guys are gone by the time you pick at 24, and your odds of replacing Tank Lawrence with a rookie, I don't think you can do it outside of the top 2 guys on the edge and the top 6 guys ever. So, yeah, I think that what you want to do is a wide receiver is more replaceable than a really good edge player. So, there's that. Saw the boys can have, thank you, Nathan, for the super chat. Saw the boys can have nearly $70 million in cap. Yeah, I told you that. With Coop, Tank, and Collins, all trade cut. Tell me why we shouldn't just rip the Band-Aid off. Because with Coop, it makes sense because you can save the vast majority of that money that he's owed. You'll save $16 million, you'll eat $6 million, and then next year, you'll be saving $22 million. With Tank, this year, you're eating way more than you're saving, and he's still a good player, and you don't have a way to replace Tank Lawrence. So you leave that Band-Aid on. I would not be surprised if Lyle Collins is traded because they think they can replace him with a guy who makes 1/17th what Lyle Collins makes. In Coop's case, I don't think it's realistic that you can replace a real-life number 1 wide receiver immediately, but you can address the wide receiver position and feel like that group's not a weakness and perhaps could still be a strength if you add the right guy in the draft. Edward, how does the front office heal the relationship with top talent after floating out the idea of cutting/trading them? Honestly, it's a business. Most players, it's not going to bother them. Take Tank Lawrence. They asked him to take a pay cut. His agent told him, no. The end. Once upon a time, they were having a really tough negotiation with Tank Lawrence. One where Tank Lawrence said, I'm not going to have a surgery to be ready for the season until you guys get this done. And they were like, well, we're not going to be strong-armed that way. And he was like, I'm not having surgery. And they got a deal done. And then he went and had surgery. Like, they go at it. That's what they do. It's cool. It's no problem. Be Rich. Tank is awesome. Still contend. Cowboys better without. Without Tank? What the hell? You stop that. Better with Chauncey Golston as a starting defensive end? Right now, Randy Gregory, I'll tell you this, I would take Tank over Gregory too. So if they've decided to keep Tank and it ends up costing them Randy Gregory, I don't like that because you're still short on edge guys. But Tank is your one complete edge guy that's a total badass. Randy's a nice pass rusher, and I like him, and I want to get him back, and I think they will. So in this case, I think they'll keep both their edge guys, so that's good. Jacob, Jeff, how do I become a member? On my main page on YouTube, I don't know if it works on like Apple products, but I think on the internets, if you're on my YouTube page, there should be a join button. And when you hit the join button that's next to the subscribe button, you get real sweet emojis and stuff. Emotes. The party at Jeff's emote. The Brian Broaddus proud face. All sorts of things. Kevin wants to know, no reason why you don't restructure Coop, in my opinion. You're not totally wrong. I think in a vacuum, if this were my football team, instead of talking about saving $16 million by cutting Amari Cooper or trading Amari Cooper, my team would probably be talking about saving $8 or $10 million against the cap this year by restructuring Amari Cooper and owing him more money later, because I think he's still a really good player. Something about that isn't working for them. Whether they think it's not worth over $20 million to one receiver who the quarterback isn't getting the ball to, or the coordinator isn't getting the ball to, or whatever, or whether it's the nagging injuries, or whether it's something personality-based, they have intentionally never restructured Amari Cooper's contract to have this flexibility. So without being out there and being in those rooms, you don't know the exact reason, but something about it, they've kept this option open. Like with Tank Lawrence, he's been restructured because they're planning to keep him around. Something about Amari Cooper, they've always kept this opportunity open. Formula, I think it'll be one of the biggest mistakes the Cowboys have ever made if they get rid of Coop. You're not going to be better on paper without Amari Cooper. There's no doubt about it. You will not be better on paper without Amari Cooper. Could you be better in practice? Maybe. Fish Gumbo, welcome, brother. Welcome to the Friends of Jeffrey. I also have a Discord server where I send out the link periodically because it expires, but where members of the YouTube page can get in there to give video suggestions and stuff like that. So there's that. Yeah. Be Rich. Just like fantasy, the team with all the names doesn't always win. Problem with our high-paid guys is they don't produce. Tank produces. That's a problem. The only way that you could say that Tank doesn't produce is if you're literally judging off of a single statistic and saying, I want more sacks from Tank. I want Tank to make an impact on the game. I want Tank to lead my team in run stuffs. I want Tank to consistently pressure the quarterback, which he does. He does everything that you want a kick-ass edge player to do, except the world wants him to get 4 or 5 more sacks a year. And that's fine, but just realize it doesn't mean that he's not a really good player because he doesn't get to that number. Tool Worker, I will not read that because I'm way too smart. I understand. Look at Tommy. Look at Fish breaking out proud Brian face. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. How was the Batman? I'd give the Batman like a 6.5 out of 10. I wouldn't, since he was drafted, how many games did he miss? Well, he had a serious injury, his rookie year? Yeah. Since having a serious injury his rookie year, he played 16, 9, 16, 16, 16, 16, 7. You get hurt in football. People get hurt in football. People get hurt in football. Jeff, name 3 players you scouted you thought would be studs that sucked, and 3 players you thought sucked that turned into studs. I thought Laquan Treadwell was going to be a stud. I thought Darius Washington doesn't count because I told you guys that he might not get drafted because he was tiny. I just told you that I thought he was really good, and he made a 53-man roster while being undrafted. Who else did I think would be a stud that sucked? I thought Greg Rousseau wouldn't be good last year, and he wasn't bad. I thought Colton Miller was awful, and around year 3, he got it figured out. Who else did I think would be great that was terrible? don't remember. Tank does not miss half the season. I just gave you the games he plays. Last 5 years, 16, 16, 16, 16, 7. It is not half. He plays 90% and 85% of the games. I hate you. I don't hate you. I love you all. Sure, Danny, DM me. You'll bet me any amount a guy that's played every game for the last 5 years won't play 12? Sure, DM me. We'll wager. And if you like wagering, sign up on Underdog Fantasy. I like to do the parlay thingies. I do the over-unders, and I'll bet like 10 different props each night. And if I hit them all, I'm going to be rich. And if I don't, I lose $2. Underdog Fantasy, use the promo code JFC. You'll be balling. D-Block, I appreciate it. He said, I'm super happy you're on YouTube all the way and not on the fan. Thanks. Camera quality is amazing. Really? I wonder what's different about it. Is it because I'm using my OBS? Mayhaps. How I DM you, I old. On Twitter. Find me at Time for Jeffrey and hit the message button. Jeff, what did you think about Reggie Robinson? I played with his dad at Grambling State. I think they picked him like right where I kind of had him, like a 4th round guy that maybe could develop into a starter, and then we'll see where he's at. We're looking to raid what? Not. Oh, on Pokemon Go? Oh, I'm sorry, Mike. Any raid that pops up within my area, I like to go after it, and I invite whoever's online to join me in the raid. I am ridiculously addicted to Pokemon Go. It is absurd how addicted I am to Pokemon Go. If we lose D-Law, how much faith do you have in Chauncey to step up? I have faith that Chauncey Golston is going to have a 10, 12-year NFL career and that he might be a starter at some point, but I think he's like a 3rd or 4th end for his career. And, Tank's the best defensive end on 15 to 20 teams in football. You're always a sharp dresser. That white tee is legit. This is not sharp dressing. It's a long sleeve white t-shirt. But thanks. I appreciate it. I don't think I really got anything else today. I just wanted to pop by and celebrate that Tank Lawrence is going to be on the Cowboys this year. That's good. They're not going to eat a bunch of money to get rid of a good player that they have no way to replace. They're going to keep Tank Lawrence. No, for real. Yeah, I love the Pokemon Go. I'm addicted. My nephew was like, hey, Uncle Jeff, can you get on Pokemon Go? And I was like, sure. And I had played it in 2016 when I lived in Addison, where all the Pokemons are. And so my phone was like, oh, here's your account. And I was like, oh, snap, I still got my Pokemons. So, kick ass. That's it. I don't know if I'm going to do anything else today, but thanks to everybody for stopping by. It's good to see you guys. Tank's going to be here. Stay tuned. Working on the Michael Gallup deal. Amari Cooper probably going to be traded before his guarantees kick in on the 5th day of the league year. Who else is there? Gregory. I hope they get something done. Smash that like button. What do you mean help you believe in Traylon Burks? No, Traylon Burks didn't run all the routes at Arkansas because their quarterback couldn't throw. So he was doing a bunch of screens. So yeah, he hasn't run a whole entire route tree, but I'll bank on the dudes that go and snatch a football and the dudes that are hell on wheels after they catch it. So Traylon Burks is a good player. He good. How successful would a draft be with Kenyon Green in the 1st, Travis Jones in the 2nd, Quay Walker in the 3rd, and Jeremy Ruckert in the 4th? I would pay money out of my pocket for their signing bonuses if you could have that draft. I would guess that Travis Jones won't be there in the 2nd round for the Cowboys. Quay Walker won't be there in the 3rd round for the Cowboys. And Jeremy Ruckert won't be there in the 4th round for the Cowboys. But I'll take it. If Tank at 15 million is amazing and Tank at 30 is bad business, then you're pretty close to amazing. Tank's getting, 21 a year? His cap hits 27 this year because your front office restructured him a bunch of times. Because that's what they like to do. Which is exactly what people think they don't do. Why aren't they all in? Why don't they go all in? They should just move the money back. They do. That's why Zeke is 18 million this year and Tank is 27 million this year and Dak is 50-something million next year because they do the things that people get mad and pretend they don't. So, there's that. John Ridgway, Arkansas One Tech. I'm going to watch him today, actually. Working my way. All right. You guys have a great day. I love you. You're my favorites. Take care of your mentals. And your, what did Marshawn Lynch call the money? Take care of your chickens and your mentals. Do that. Remember, you have no idea what anybody's going through, so be cool to everyone. Hold on, Vance is super chatting here. Your video last night got me dreaming of $50 million of cap space last year. And who would you guess are the teams calling about Coop? Washington? Washington's the team that offered him $22 million a year when he was a free agent. And then maybe some of the bad teams with young quarterbacks and a ton of cap space, like Jacksonville or the Jets, somebody like that. So there you go. Thank you, Vance. Thank you to all my super chatters. Thank you to all of my friends. Thank you to James swinging through at the end. That's okay, Myron. You can just rewind. You can just rewind the thing. That's how it goes. It's no big deal. Remember, I'm trying to hit end here. Stop yelling at me, Jeff. I don't say any of that silly stuff. This team does fine building talent. Oh, no, I'm not. If I go from someone's comment to then yelling at generic Cowboy fan, just know I'm yelling at generic Cowboy fan. I've moved on past your comment, and now I'm on to just whatever makes me mad that I see people say. Remember, you have no idea what Frank Flair, welcome to Friends of Jeffrey. Remember, you have no idea what anybody's going through, so be cool to everyone. I love you. Bye.